Good morning, good morning. Hello, everyone. Well, there's not quite a lot of people here yet. I just turned on Facebook Live, so I'll give it just a second to get going here. Welcome to day one of the creative content class. I decided just a couple weeks ago that I wanted to really just create in a simple, easy way. Instead of doing like a traditional webinar, we have to like sign up and come in and go that route. I decided that I wanted to run this as a Facebook Live and connect into so many different people that are, that I'm connected to in social media. And God, Facebook Live has just given us a phenomenal platform to do that in. So there is just a couple things I'm going to test here. Erin, if you could just double check for me, make sure that I am streaming to a couple different platforms here, that would be fantastic. And then let's dive right in. So I want this to be absolutely, I want to give you the best of the best that I have to give around creative content, because when I look back at my career over the last couple years, like it has really come from this creative spark that comes into me, this idea that then becomes that piece of creative content. And so I want to give you the best of the best, the ways that it is going to work for you in your business. So if you're an intuitive entrepreneur, creative business owner, any of those things, you're going to want to stay tuned. So because we're going to talk, and then I'm also going to take your questions. So I want to help you. So if you have an idea, you're not sure what to do with it, let's play around with it. So love to do Q&A. So keep questions coming the whole time. Love that more than anything. That's just, this is one of my favorite parts of entrepreneurship, is connecting into that ideation and that co-creation and using your gifts of, intuition to really take your business to the next level with your content. So no, don't hold back. Like, we can talk about blogs, we'll talk about social media posting, we can talk about different programs and packages and opt-ins. So all of those things that you need to have going for you in your business, right? So the first thing that I do want to share with you is I'm going to show you guys, I created this really awesome to go along with today. So it's the Intuitive Content Creation Kit, and it really walks you through everything that I do. I have my 5-step process that I go through for all of my content. So it's a really gorgeous workbook, my amazing assistant put together for us based off of how I intuitively channel and create content. So we're going to put the link here. So if you want that, definitely go get it. It's a nice 5-page workbook that you're going to be able to use all 5 days. You don't have to come all 5 days to use it. There's also a guided meditation with it. So I want to make sure you guys go and grab that, because it's full of really good intuitively led posts and prompts and content. So let's get that link shared for you guys. I'm getting all technical these days, I tell you. Like, now I'm able to like stream. Oh, there. Okay, look at that. She got it going already. Fantastic. Okay, so there's the first link. So if you guys want to get that, you can download that. That'll be fantastic. And that can come right along with this class. So the first thing that, for those of you, even though we're friends on Facebook, how many of you have the same thing? You have like this huge list of friends, like 4,200 friends or something. And how many of you do I actually know or hang out with or do stuff with or talk to on a regular basis? So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Amber Annette, and I am a life and business psychic medium. So I take a really unique and non-traditional approach to working with business owners and soulpreneurs and helping them really design the business that turns them on and lights them up. So love what I do what I love on a daily basis, and creative content is one of those pieces. So in fact, it's probably one of the most common things that people say to me or ask me about is, where do your ideas come from? How do you get such great names for your packages? That it's just an ongoing thing that I love talking about. I love hearing about. Hey, Mindy, thanks for joining, girl. So let's dive into, how to create content that magnetizes and monetizes. So step number one, day number one today is all about, and You might be surprised, you might not. I am a psychic, but it's all about meditation. And what I really want you to see is that meditation opens you up to become a creative channel. So be open and ready at all times and to tune into the ideas that are coming, right? So here's one thing that you can do. Either A, you can go into like a traditional meditation and just ask for some creativity to flow to you. Or the other thing is that you can start kind of documenting where creative ideas are coming from. And this is really important. So one thing is like, and you guys, for those of you that have followed me, will hear me talk about this a lot. My best ideas come when I'm in the shower. Now, you don't necessarily think of the shower as meditating, but it's absolutely what you're doing because you're in a relaxed state. You're not really thinking about anything. You're like washing your body, you're shampooing your hair. And so you're really kind of in that hypnotic sound of the water. It puts you in a more relaxed state. And when you're in a relaxed state, you're in a calm state, you're in a meditative state, you are an open channel to the universe to be able to deliver creative ideas like crazy. So it is not uncommon for me to have to like jump out of the shower, go write down my idea, and go back to the shower and finish it up. Sometimes the ideas are so good that I don't even get to like finish my shower. I have to like start creating right away. The other thing is like driving, folding laundry, cooking, all of those things that kind of create that like repetitive, it's like over and over, you know, you're kind of standing at the stove, you're cooking, you're sauteing, you're in a meditative state. So when I talk about meditation, I don't mean you have to go like full on Om meditation and like sit quietly and wait for an idea to come in. I just want you to start being really mindful that a lot of these activities that you're doing on a daily basis are probably putting you in a meditative state to bring in those ideas. So anybody here feel like they are stuck? Like the ideas just aren't flowing, or they come in and they're not quite sure what to do with them? Anything along that lines for you guys? Because the next thing that I want to share with you is all about when an idea comes in, asking it what it wants to become. And it seems like this is where a lot of entrepreneurs, including myself, used to get stuck, is that the idea would come in and, you know, I think The Secret, if you guys remember that movie, The Secret, kind of did us a disservice when it talked about like you have to take action right away. You have to be in action right away. And I agree to a certain extent. And here's what I mean by that. So just because an idea comes in doesn't mean you have to like launch it and implement it and run with it right away. But what it does mean is that you have to decide that you're all in with it, that you're going to take it on. And I want you to start understanding that you also have to get kind of clear. And is that idea for you? Is it, you know, is it maybe for one of your clients? Is it something for them? So I also want, when the idea comes in, for you to start really playing with this. Like, is this a blog post? Is this for social media? Could this become a program? And if you go and you get that free intuitive content creation kit that I have a link here for, I created this really awesome checklist for you here for when an idea comes in. Oops, where did it go? I went too far, sorry. So right here, you can see I created this really awesome, like, with Erin, my awesome VA, when that idea comes in, like, what does it want to become? And so this is a really great tracking tool to start playing with your ideas when they come in on a deeper level before you go and you launch it and you get it going. So what are some questions you guys have about that? There's also a guided meditation in there that you can go and you can do that really walks you through opening up your intuition, opening up the creative channel for you to get these ideas. And the thing is that these ideas are coming to you for a reason. And I would bet you money that absolutely everybody on here is getting ideas based on their desires. And here's what happens is we have these desires within us. We are wanting to, like, some of you guys tell me like what you want to manifest in 2017, like the desires you want to manifest. So let's say it's a new house, it's a new car, it's a 6-figure business, whatever it is that you have that you're wanting to manifest, right? So whatever it is, the universe is going to start delivering to you ways to make it happen, ways for you to get into inspired action, to create the income to make that happen, or to manifest the actual, tangible item, whatever it is. So for instance, for those of you that have been following me, you know I talk a lot about like my coffee with the universe, my daily little I have coffee, I talk to the universe, and I really project out those desires. I project out exactly what I want, how I want to feel. I talk to the universe about it. And then this is that meditation piece that I'm speaking to you guys. So once I project out what my desires are, that's when I close my eyes and I give a couple minutes to the universe to deliver to me the best way to make that happen. And that's when the creative ideas start coming in. That's when the taglines, the packages, the programs, I'll get visions, I'll hear things, I'll see blurps of things. I mean, how many of you have like literally just been, again, like in the shower or driving or in meditation and been like, wow, that is such a great idea. That's such a good idea. I want you in that moment to thank the universe, because the universe just delivered that idea for you to take and run with it, to implement it, to launch it, to rendezvous with it all day long. And that is what is going to help you manifest some of those desires that you have. So it's all linked up. It's all tied up. And a lot of times I don't think people make that connection. That's why those ideas are coming to us. Okay. So when the idea comes in, it can feel like such a buzz almost. For those of you that know what I'm talking about, like when that idea comes in and that spark starts, like there is nothing better, in my opinion, as an entrepreneur than like a really great, like fascinating idea that comes in, because it's full of possibilities. It's full of like what it could be, what it wants to become. And before you just start getting into action with it, I want you to totally milk it for all it's worth. I want you to play with it. I want you to like soak it up, embody it, like picture as big as you possibly can. Are you guys frozen? Let's see. I'm kind of like just in a zone here. So I'm going to pause for a second and see if you guys are still with me. Somebody was saying I'm frozen. Anybody else good? Everybody else good? Yes? Are we good? Are you guys good with me here? I'm seeing some hearts. Thanks, Jacqueline. Okay. So, thank you. Okay. Nope. I don't see it freezing. Okay. Perfect. So, now where was I? Okay. I just wanted to make sense. So any questions, feel free to just keep popping in questions. So, I totally lost my train of thought now. So sorry, guys. I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. So then the idea comes in and you're totally milking it for all that it is. And you're playing with it and you're dreaming with it and you're thinking big with it, right? That is what is going to like make it happen. That's what's going to build momentum more than anything. But instead, a lot of times what happens is we start fearing, we start doubting, we start thinking, oh, like there's no way this could actually become like, you know, a product for me. That would take too hard, or I just can't see all the hows. So I want you to really get comfortable with, instead of just thinking you have like, thinking what could go wrong, instead of thinking, well, I don't know exactly how. I want you staying in that space with your idea of feeling so jazzed about it, feeling so excited about it, playing with it, writing it down. I love getting out like Post-it, or like not Post-it, well, I love Post-its too. I love Post-its too, but you know, getting out like note cards and kind of like start asking the idea questions, you know, like what do you want to become? What could this be? You know, why did this come in? What was I thinking about when this came in? So that is when you have got absolutely Tiara, oh my gosh, girl, where have you been? Love you, love you. you know, when those ideas come in, trusting that it comes in on that wave of your desire, right? Those ideas come in like full force for you to play with, to explore. It's coming in as a spark for a reason. And those sparks, I mean, like I've been saying this a lot lately, like everything starts with a spark. Absolutely everything started with that little hit, that intuitive nudge, that wow, that's a really good idea. I mean, I guarantee you, like freaking Einstein and I don't know, like Michelangelo and like all the great, like Steve Jobs, like all of, like everything starts with a spark. So those sparks, they're no different for you. They are just as strong. They are just as good, but you have to be able to embody it. You've got to be able to ground it, keep yourself open to the universe, but totally grounded to the business side of it as well. And I really feel like that is what I want you guys to see from like this class and from this whole week when I talk about this is these ideas. You have to have a perfect balance between being open to the creativity of the universe and letting it flow and letting it come in and playing with it and dancing and the rendezvous and like the possibilities. You can feel like how expansive that is. But then the business owner in you, that CEO in you, that business-driven woman in you has to be able to take that and run with it and plan with it and launch it in a way that is going to magnetize and monetize people to it. So love that, love that, love that. Who has some questions here? Let's see. Cassia says, I didn't know I could talk to my ideas. Yeah, like, oh my God, you guys, I don't think anybody could ever possibly know, like, when I talk about, like, an idea comes in, like, I've called it, like, a business orgasm before because it comes in and I know it's so good. You can feel it. And I just want to stay in that place with it for, like, who doesn't, right? As long as I can before I start saying, all right, where is this going to go? How can I map this out? So again, for those of you that are joining, make sure going on the link that's here and you are getting your you are getting your intuitive content creation kit. Can I turn sideways? No, I don't think I can turn. Yeah, okay. So you want to go on and you want to get the intuitive content creation kit. It's 5 pages full of really walking you through, like, how can you tell if an idea is for you? There's a guided meditation all around creating content. There's a plan there. What does your idea want to become when those questions come in? And we're going to be talking a little bit. So you don't have to be present for all 5 days. It'll probably make a little bit more present for all 5 days with that content creation kit. But man, it's good stuff. Like, we divinely designed it and it's fantastic stuff. So let's talk about, let's do some Q&A here around, and really remember, day 1 today is all about meditation. It's all about opening yourself up to become a creative channel. It's all about trusting that when those ideas come in, they're coming in on the waves of your desires. The universe is totally bringing that to you to act on, to play with, to rendezvous with, because if you take inspired action on it, if you follow through with it, if you trust your intuition, if you let your creativity and your passion be bigger than your fear, it's going to monetize for you. I guarantee you, it will monetize for you. You will make money from it. You will build your list from it. You will attract ideal clients from it, whatever it is. So, okay, so let's see. Let's do some cues. I love questions, you guys, so do not hold back. So Jacqueline says, in addition to my LuLaRoe and unique business, I have the opportunity to partner with a home organization company as a stager and home organizer. Would this be good for me? Okay, so I'm not really doing that kind of Q&A, Jacqueline. I'm really more doing Q&A around, like, creative content around coming up with maybe like if somebody's stuck, you need a good idea for an opt-in. You need some help with understanding maybe your ideal clients or creating packages or programs or anything along those lines. I'm all in for that right now. So not necessarily doing just like on the spot reading. So this is really around the creative process, those inspired ideas that are coming in, and looking at your overall business for 2017 and saying, how can I create content? How can I write blogs? How can I have a new opt-in? How can I have packages and programs and workshops and webinars, like all of these things that are readily available for us to use? That's what I want to help you guys with. Let's see. I don't receive any of your emails after I sign up on your page. They don't end up in my spam. What do you suggest? I've unsubscribed and resubscribed. Still nothing. You know, sometimes that happens with Get Response for some reason. I'm not sure. But Cassia, like, send me a private message and we'll make sure that we figure something out. Oh, look, Erin, my phenomenal assistant, is already on it. Okay, so Maria says, what if I feel like things are slow? Ooh, that's interesting. That's a very good question. So let's tap in here, Maria. So when things are slow, and I'm going to speak to experience from this. So when things are slow for me, when I'm not getting a new idea, when I feel like nothing is really moving forward, that's when I take a little bit of space and I look at, what do I already have? It makes me feel like the universe has already given me so much that it's not going to continue to give things to me until I complete what has already been given to me and what's already on my plate. So especially when it comes to creative ideas. Now, I have a very unique way I love paper. So, you know, everybody has their own way of working with content. Some people love Google Docs. Some people love Evernote. I prefer paper. I actually love like my handwriting. I think I have really pretty handwriting. I love all of my different like markers, all my Sharpies. So like you can see, I'm going to show you my desk. So you this might look like really messy to you guys, right? But to me, like, chaos is more fun to play in anything. It's paper, it's colorful, it's bright, it feels good to me. So Maria, what you can do is those ideas, go back and revisit old ones that you have. So when something fresh isn't coming in, when the new idea isn't coming in, what I would do is I would go back and look at your old notes, look through your old file folders, revisit your old content and let it re-spark. So you don't always have to have like a fresh new spark, but let something re-spark for you, okay? So tell me if that feels good. Carmen says, I'm trying to narrow in on my ideal client and pain points, thoughts. For sure, let's talk about this for a second. So I'll tell you what, I've been an intuitive business coach for 2 years full time. I've been doing it for 3 years, and I have a really extensive background in coaching, marketing, sales, and I call total bullshit on the coaching industry with saying you have to figure out who your ideal client is first. I totally disagree with that. And the reason that I do is because that was not my experience, and that was not the experience that worked for me. So don't feel like you have to completely 100% know who she is before you start getting into action, before you start creating content around her. In fact, what I totally recommend for you is to explore, to try, to play. Do a discovery call with somebody and let your discovery calls determine if that's somebody that is that somebody that you really want to work with? Don't feel like you have to figure that out first, because what I was really seeing in our industry is that people were like, oh yeah, this is absolutely who it is. This is who I'm going to work with. This is who I want to serve. And then they would get into action and they would attract her and they would be like, oh my God, I don't want to work with these kind of people. And they would have to start all over again. So what you need to do, Carmen, is you need to figure out what turns you on, what lights you up, what do you want, what could you talk about all day long with people? What can you bring to the table with your energy, your vibration, your experience, right? Because when you're fired up about it, that's going to get the other people fired up about it. So try flipping that process around. Try thinking of like if you, I don't know what kind of business you have, Carmen, but, really think about it from a backwards perspective. Think about it from an energy perspective. Think about it from a vibration perspective. When you're excited about whatever kind of offer it is that you have, when you're excited about how you work in this world, when you're connected into your passion and your purpose, that is when you're going to also be attracting your ideal client. So I'll tell you what, I figured out who my ideal client was from doing one-off sessions and from doing discovery calls. That is how I figured it out. It wasn't from predetermining it. It was from spending time with the most amazing women and being like, oh yeah, I want more of that. I want to work with more women like her. Like now I can tell you, like after doing this, like I know who she is, and it's not who I would have thought originally. It's who I wanted to work with. So take an intuitive backwards approach to it. Okay. So let's see, what other questions do we have in here? Kathleen says, Amber, how do I, whoops, don't want to knock over all my pens here. How do I create buzz around my opt-in without creating a Facebook ad first? Great question, Kathleen. So Facebook groups are a phenomenal way to start, like sharing your opt-in. Look for groups that allow you to share it like so often. The other things, like if you're in the Intuitive Entrepreneur group with me, Kathleen, you're more than welcome to share it in there. Are there other people that you can get to share it on your behalf? So do you have any like business besties or other people that you collaborate with where you can kind of reverse swap that, where like you offer something of theirs to your list and they offer your opt-in to their list if you have like a similar kind of complementary business model? Another way to do it would be Pinterest, like how Facebook should not be your only social media platform. So you can share it to Pinterest, you can share it to Instagram. You can have it right on your Facebook business page. You can share it to your list. Make sure, of course, it's like listed on your website. The other thing, Kathleen, that comes up for you is doing podcasts. So submitting yourself as a guest for podcasts into new markets, because when you go on as a podcast guest, they typically want content. They want something like a freebie, a free link for you. So that's another place, that's another platform that you can share the podcast community. Like they are always looking for things like that. So there's lots of different places that you can do it without creating the Facebook ad. In fact, I haven't done very many opt-ins with a Facebook ad. I mean, I've done some. And I think it's also like, what kind of opt-in is it? Like, are you running a 5-day challenge? Is it a checklist? Is it a meditation? Like, all of those different opt-ins have like a different energy behind them. So you want to know what that energy is, and the other thing too, I'll tell you, is again, like take a couple, and this is where meditation, day one of content creation class, is so crucial. Go into just a really nice meditative state, Kathleen. Close your eyes and ask the universe and just say, like, can you please like show me where is the best place for me to share this opt-in? Can you please just give me an intuitive nudge? Let me know where else I can share this. And give a couple minutes to quiet space, and I guarantee you, like, something will pop for you. An idea will pop for you, or you'll see a certain Facebook group pop up, or a certain individual pop up. Let the universe lead the way in anything around creative content when you're stuck. You should never feel stuck as long as you have the universe on your team. Hope that answers your question. Let's see. Maria Marabella. Oh my God, that's like the most beautiful name ever. So we really need to be computer savvy. No, You don't. I am not computer savvy, but you know what you do need, Maria? You need a good like virtual assistant, a VA, somebody that is pretty technical, because there are pieces, and that's where so many like newer entrepreneurs and newer business owners get stuck, is that they have all these creative ideas. They want to design, but like maybe they don't know how to design stuff, or they don't know how to hook it up, or the technical pieces behind it. So you do need somebody to help support you in that, but you don't necessarily have to be computer savvy, but you do need somebody on your team that can help you be computer savvy. Invest in a good VA that knows the technical pieces behind creative, like bringing your creative content to life. So hopefully that answers that question. Cassie says, I would like to understand my ideal clients better. How do I connect with them? So here's something that's coming up for you, Cassia. So the first thing is, think about somebody that you have worked with before. Like maybe think about your favorite client. Like I have this one client that I've been working with for almost a year. I absolutely freaking adore her. I love her so much. I like just could like squish her up, right? I love her. I love everything about her. I love her business. I love her model. I love her goals. I love her dreams. I love her desires. I want more of her. She's freaking phenomenal, right? So you know what I did? I totally created a business based around my interactions with her, my coaching with her, my sessions with her. And I'm booked solid. I am booked right now. I have like one spot left until like February something. I don't even, it's like amazing. And they're all very similar to her. All of my clients I have right now, I'm freaking in love with. They are absolutely just game changers in so many ways. They are just soul intuitive leaders. They are just freaking rock star women. So think about who is like your favorite person you've ever worked with, and really start writing out her qualities. And think about like, how does she want to be talked to? How does she want to be coached? Like, what are things that are important to her? Gosh, like connect soul to soul. Like that, like I'm being dead serious. Like that is not cliche. That is not like, gosh, connect in with her, like intuitively connect to her. That, my dear, will get you book solid. Brenny says, my creativity opens up when I'm using the hand, heart, higher self connection. Color markers, paints, totally. Some of my best stuff has come from coloring. I have like coloring books. I have crayons, Sharpies, like surround yourself with creation, like tools. You know what I mean? I've finger painted before. I have done, like I've actually taken a painting class where I just like went and painted, and absolutely. So surround yourself with creativity and more creativity will flow to you. Let's see. Jacqueline says, on content creation, I'm afraid I have too many ideas for my new blog. It'll be about working from home, mom life, entrepreneur. No, you don't have too many ideas. That's exactly what you want, Jacqueline. You want so much good stuff that people can't wait to keep coming back to you. What I would do is I would start breaking things into themes. So maybe, let's see, February is all about mom life. So when you think about Februaries and moms, like think about like creating like different themes. So like each week you're talking about a different topic that goes along with the theme. So let's say it's beating the winter blues, right? So what mom that is a mom, a stay-at-home mom, a working from home mom that has probably a little side business, an MLM, and network marketing, like how can you give yourself a dose of inspiration at home as a stay-at-home mom? How to use nap time to its fullest extent? Like really kind of start breaking it down that way, topics and themes, but it's still all pulling back to that overall lifestyle blog. Let's see. Hannah says, hi, I have been feeling about target market stuff, exploration. Oh, just an awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks for joining. Eva says, question. I love questions, you guys. Keep them coming. Like I seriously could do Q&A all freaking day long. I work with female entrepreneurs in the self-care arena. This week, I've been intuitively guided to offer intuitive sessions for energy management, especially around launches. Girl, I feel ya. How can I package this offer? Okay, so So the first thing is that I'm seeing that this is about the pre-launch. So I want you talking to these, and I'm speaking to this because I'm like literally today is like day one of my new launch coming out. So today is the launch day. I'm in launch mode right now. And I don't want to say that I don't have time for self-care, but I wish I would have done more self-care a couple weeks ago. So so I'm really drawn to like the pre-launch, love yourself up launch, pre-launch, love yourself up pre-launch. So it's like what she can do to make sure her refrigerator is jam-packed full of superfoods. What can she do to have some energy clearings, blocking, like moving old energy out so that she's really tuned into her launch the whole time? What could she, maybe have her build in some massage so that she's really relaxed and she's loose and she's ready for her launch. So that's kind of what I want you thinking of, Eva, is going into that pre-launch mode with her, okay? And so maybe there's like the pre-launch love up, there's the things to do during your launch, and then the post-launch. So make it like a three-part, I would do a three-part package. Pre, during, post. Booyah! That's what my 3-year-old says all the time. Booyah! It's so cute. Okay, so let's see. Brilliant. Thank you for the ideas. You bet, Kathleen. Thanks for tuning in, sister. Make sure you go get your creative content list. Let's see. Who else? Shandy says, could you share tips on how I can find out what it is that I have to offer that is different and what people need to do to boost myself online? So first of all, Shandy, it's just you that's different. Absolutely you that is different. A lot of times it's easy for us to look around and go, holy shit, everybody is doing the same thing. Everybody's posting the same stuff. Like, how do I make myself different? It's you. It's your energy. It's your attitude. It's your vibration. It's your drive. It's your spark. It's your motivation. It's your mission. It's your intuition. It is you that is making whatever it is that you put into this world different. So you could say the exact same thing that I just said in this entire Facebook Live. You could take the exact same workbook. You could copy absolutely everything that I do and do it yourself, and nobody would see it the same way that I just did it, because it's you. It's your energy, and it's your belief in yourself that you are unique. You have this gift to bring to the world. So that's where I would start with, is going within and just being like, absolutely nobody else on this entire planet has your gifts, has your talents, has your abilities. So really embody that like there is nobody that can do it the way that you can do it. Okay. So start with that. So start with the belief, and then start to think about, the thing that comes up for you is think about where you were like a year ago. I feel like it's something about taking people on a journey, and that journey can go through like checklists and how-tos and getting started, something along those lines. So let me know if that feels right for you. Okay, let's see. What other questions do you guys have here? I think there's sometimes a delay. So who has a Q? I want to give you an A. Are you guys loving this? Did you guys go get your creative content kit? Hopefully you did. I wanted to see if this worked differently between doing it this way. Do you guys like this? Just having it like a quick Facebook Live that you can pop on versus going on to like a webinar? Where it would be like full on webinar. I would love some feedback on this. Cause I've never done this before. I was literally like, I don't want to do the traditional, like sign up here for the webinar. And so I wanted to do this via Facebook Live, right? Okay, perfect. Okay. Thanks, Eva. I love it too. I love Facebook Live. So let's see. Carmen says, I'm stuck between letting go of my legal practice and going full into coaching. Thoughts? Ooh, yeah. Transition period. So, take the money equation out of it, Carmen, right? Totally take money out of it. If money wasn't an option, which one would you be doing? It is that simple, because when you can start to show up and do what you love and love what you do, like more money starts coming in, more clients start coming in. You start like, oh my gosh, like it's amazing when you can let go of that fear. I'll tell you what, I heard this great quote a few years ago, and it was the 3 worst addictions you can have in your life. And one was sugar, which totally freaking agree. Number 2 was heroin. And the third one was a paycheck. And it's when you become addicted to that paycheck and that routine and just that comfort zone corporate position that your magic starts to die, that your excitement, your expansion gets put on hold. So you don't want to do you don't want to let go of that legal practice. I can feel that loud and clear, but you're fearing, and fearing stops manifesting. Tweet that out. Not even a tweeter, but if I was a tweeter, I would tweet out, fearing stops manifesting. Because it's when you start fearing and doubting that it pushes pause to your dreams, your desires, and everything that you actually want to come into fruition. So for those of you that are tappers, tap that shit out. Like I'm telling you, like tapping is an amazing modality. It works, it clears, it aligns. It is so powerful. So I tap almost every single day, and I usually tap in the shower. So, and it's like super easy. Like you literally go just to certain acupressure points on your body, and you start tapping, and you talk about like, oh, I'm so tired of feeling stuck. I really want to be doing what I love what I do, but I just can't see the how. I just can't let go of this paycheck. I can't let go of this addiction, and I'm fully ready to step into my purpose, and I'm fully ready to step into my passion, but it is just not working. So I'm ready to take full responsibility for my actions and for my life. And I am ready to live a life on soul purpose and make a damn good income while I am doing it. So whatever, something to that effect, right? So, boo, yeah, again, gonna start tapping. Tap away, tap it, clear it, and then reinforce it with some positive emotions, with some positive affirmations. Like, it's a great way to get started and get fresh energy going. So let's see. Dominique says, do you still want to talk? Do I still want to talk? I don't know what that means. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody else have any questions? Are we good here? So just to recap, get your creative content kit. This Facebook Live is going to be happening every single day this week. Oh, sorry. I was like, what? I was so confused. Okay, got it. So this Facebook Live is going to be on every single day this week, 10 a.m. Central Time and 11 o'clock Eastern Time. And we're going to be diving into 5 different ways each day. So day 1 is all about meditation, connecting in. I'm going to be doing some Q&A. So if you attended today and you maybe have some questions, totally like reach back out, let me know. And, oh, thanks, Eva. Yeah, well, tune in every day, sister, because each day there's going to be, I have 5 different things that we're going to cover. So day 1 was all about meditation. I'll give you a little hint that tomorrow is all about ideation. So there's definitely a theme for the week. And yeah, this was awesome. I loved it. So please reach out. Let me know if you have any questions. And share this too. Let your peeps know that we're going to be doing this creative content class each day this week on Facebook Live. Would totally appreciate that. And get your creation kit. It's good. It's really a nice little worksheet, 5-page worksheet to get in and to get going. So, all right, guys, I will see you tomorrow morning, same time, 10 a.m. Be the good, be the light, go create some amazing content, okay?